Uh, got some bad news, guys. So, all the good times we had using the AI tools to cheat on online tests and interviews, I think they'll be gone soon. So, I live in Japan. I work here as a software engineer, and recently I did change my job. Hold on. So, I did change my job, but the interview steps I went through, they almost killed me. Not gonna lie. I went through 5 stages. For almost each company, I went through at least 4 to 5 stages. And the recent one that I landed my job, this was after like 20 to I think 20 to 15 tries of different companies. So the more and more companies I interviewed, I'm talking about mid-sized to startup companies, I can see the interview patterns are changing rapidly in the way they conduct their interviews. They're going for more on-site interviews and more online interviews where face-to-face you see them and they do live coding. Yeah, there's a very chance, to sneak up that AI tool website or any other tool from your phone or other cheating tools to get that easy code solution down. And but all that cheating stuff, I think is gonna go away soon. In my most recent company that I interviewed for and I landed an offer, I had 5 interviews. My final interview was a face-to-face interview where I went to the office and I did a 2-hour face-to-face interview with the boss himself. I think the CEO himself, and it was very technical, very behavioral, very psychological, everything. Like, I mean, they tested the crap out of me, not gonna lie. But I think it was a great experience. And I think the more I interviewed for, I kind of prepared myself to be able to answer and solve problems face to face and do whiteboarding problems. So I think we are headed to this era that, I mean, maybe not era, but we're headed to a situation where I think most of the future interviews in the world are gonna be on site or live coding session where everything is monitored heavily because they're not gonna want people using AI tools to cheat because there's no point in hiring those people because you know because a lot of engineers are the upcoming engineers they're using AI tools to get shit done, but at the same time what happens is they don't have fundamental knowledge, and when AI hallucinates in like so when you give them when you hire engineers that cheat from AI tools and the AI tools hallucinate and they're in charge of a code base, they won't have their own fundamental thinking to refer to kind of solve the problems and stuff. So line is in order to stay relevant in the current tech sector or anything in any job field, having an adaptive mindset is quite important. And in order to do that, I feel it's best to go back to the fundamentals and learn our fundamentals of any field that we are in right now, and not to get comfortable in the position we're in. Because when I was at a big company, I was very comfortable, and I was thinking that just with my big company experience and my big company reputation, I would be able to use that reputation and just get a job in Japan anywhere. Because in Japan, I was also I was also under the mindset that, oh, just because I have this X and XXX company name in my resume, they'll just hire me straight away. But that was definitely not the case. I went through almost 15 interviews, and each of the companies were demanding 3 to 4 interviews. It was mentally very tiring. And finally, I landed one really good offer, but only after 5 interviews of this company. And it was mentally draining. And each interview I undertook, I added to my experience and my skill set, and I prepared for the next one accordingly. So I realized that even if I'm starting my new job right now at a startup company, I'm always gonna be preparing for later interviews in the future, because I feel DSA type of questions, this algorithmic fundamental type of questions that you do and you do prepare for interviews for like big companies like Google and Fang are necessary for other companies too. And I think it's important to basically it's very important to just know your fundamentals, and I feel keep brushing it up as much as you can. So anytime something happens, the market drops, you'll still be valuable, because let's say there's a big recession in the future and there is no jobs anywhere, but the few jobs that are there, they only hire the best of the best, and those people that need to hire the best of the best, they need to interview candidates quickly, and they will judge the candidates based on the skills they have at that moment, not that past experience. Beautiful resume, a LinkedIn account, looks very nice, but at the end, I think it all boils down to having fundamental skills wherever you are. Even if you're Japan, getting comfortable is just a bad idea.